Right, Shalom. All praise to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. And Shalom to the hopeful elect. Let's get it's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, starting at verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. Same way Yahweh Shema Shah put the spirit on Ezekiel to prophesy, he put the spirit on the men of the Lord today to prophesy to all nations, not just the nation of Israel. And Mount Seir is talking about Edom. Bring the precept real quick. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 36 and 8. And it says, Thus dwell Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. Yeah, so when you see Mount Seir, it's talking about Esau, Edom. As I was saying, how about Shema Shah put the spirit on his men to prophesy to all nations. I'm going to bring that out real quick. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, starting at verse 1. It says, Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter. So this is what the men of the Lord are doing. We're prophesying the day of the Lord. We're prophesying that judgment is coming upon all nations. You heathen nations about to get this work from Yahweh Shema Shah. Back in Ezekiel chapter 35, start over at verse 1. It says, Moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah came to me, saying, Son of man, stop face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. Yeah, and the Mount Seir today is Babylon the Great. This is Esau rulership. So Yahweh Shema Shah, he's about to destroy this place. He's about to leave this place finito. Ain't gonna be no more Babylon the Great. Verse 4, and it says, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah. This book is Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 6. It says, I have cut off the nations, their towers are desolate. I made their streets waste, that none passeth by. The cities are destroyed, so that there is no man, that there is none inhabitant. So when Yahweh Shema Shah sent that wrath, when he sent the sun, Yahweh Shah, and when the missiles hit Babylon the Great, ain't gonna be no more habitation for people in Babylon the Great. This place is gonna be utterly destroyed for the Most High. Back at Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5, and it says, Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and Esau Edom have a everlasting hatred against the people of Israel. You know, they mad because we're the chosen ones. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword and the time of their calamity. Khan. You know, it's a lot of blood, a lot of Israelite blood on Esau Edom hand. You know, Esau caused a lot of terror in these streets, you know. A lot of terror in Babylon the Great, you know. You know, they killed us in so many ways, you know, through the food, the pollution, you know, slavery, punk ass cops, you know. And they shed a lot of blood in America, you know, because they stole the land from our brothers, you know, the so-called Native Americans, you know, in the Northern Kingdom. You know, our brothers found this land first, but Esau came and robbed them for it, you know, and they did that by force, you know, by the sword. You know, they killed our people for this land. And it says, in that time that their iniquity had an end. Yeah, it's about time Esau Edom wickedness comes to an end. And that's going to be very soon, you know. We getting closer. We in the end times, but you know things are speeding up, and we getting closer and closer to end time prophecy. You know, like the mark, you know, that Charisma, you know, Esau soon push that, make it mandatory. Then that's when you know the end is near. You know, and then World War III gonna pop off, and it's lit. It says, therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahabashim Shah power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Khan, you know, these heathens ain't hate blood, you know, they love to shed blood, you know. It's in their spirits to kill and to shed blood. You know, you see Edomites, they love going hunting and all that, you know, slaughtering animals, you know. They also love slaughtering people too. You know, that's their nature. I'm gonna bring that out real quick. This book of Genesis chapter 25, verse 27. And it says, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter and a man of the field. See? You know, Esau liked to shed blood. What hunters do? They go hunting. They go killing shit. You feel me? And that's what Esau liked to do. And it says, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in the tents. Khan, that plain man goes back to a just man, a righteous man, you know? See, Jake, we be chilling. We ain't trying to, you know, even though it's Jake out here catching bodies left and right, but, you know, they got that from Esau, even that hunting, you know? Jake ain't about all that other shit Esau be doing. Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 7, and it says, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men, in thy hills and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return. And ye shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah. Yeah, so Mount Seir, you know, modern day Mount Seir, Babylon the Great, you know, it's about to be destroyed. It's about to be a wasteland, you know. It's going to be a land for the fowl and the creepy thing, you know. You know, for the scorpions and all that, for the eagles, the hawks and all that. You know, it ain't going to be a land for human, you know. Because Yahweh Shem Shah, he's going to destroy this place. He's going to slay this place. He's going to slay the people with the sword, you know. And that sword soon come. light from outside. Shit, bugged out. That's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 12, verse 20. And it says, and the cities that are inhabited shall be laid waste, and the land shall be desolate. And ye shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah. Khan, because these people, these heathens, and also these two-third Israelites, they don't know Yahweh Shema Shah. But once this place gets destroyed, they will know the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah. They will know that it is He that did this, that destroyed Babylon the Great. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 35, verse 33. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood defileth the land. Yeah, this land is defiled. It's polluted. It's poisonous. It's poisoned by blood. And it says, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein. This place, Babylon the Great, cannot be cleansed, because it's a lot of blood on this place. This place was built off blood, so it can't be cleansed. And it says, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Yeah, that's the only way it's going to be able to be cleansed, it's only going to be cleansed by Esau's blood, The scripture says you reap what you sow. So Esau, he shedded a lot of blood, so now his blood going to be shedded all across this place, It's going to be a lot of Edomite blood laying across Babylon the Great. Jake bugged out with these fireworks, celebrating this Independence Day shit. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 24, verse 9. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah power. Woe to the bloody city. I will make the power for fire great. Khan. Woe to the bloody city. That bloody city is talking about Babylon the Great, aka America. As I said earlier, this place is filled with a lot of Israelite blood. A lot of Israelite blood has been shedded on this place. This place was created over Israelite blood. So Yahweh Shema Shah, he will set this place on fire. He's about to turn this place into a campfire. He's about to camp on wicked. And it says, heap on wood, kindle the fire, consume the flesh, and spice it well. Let the bones be burned. Yeah. So, like I said, Shema Shah, he's gonna toast this place. This place about to be toasted. Ain't gonna be no more Babylon the Great. He's gonna gather all the wicked together, put them in a pot, cook them up. It says, heap on the wood, kindle the fire, consume the flesh, and spice it well. Let the bones be burned. Yeah, that's a metaphor, because it's about to be a barbecue for this place. It's about to be a barbecue for Babylon the Great. Babylon the Great gonna be the grill, and you wicked two-third Israelites, and also Esau, Edom, and the rest of these heathens are gonna be the chicken. Slide here. Jake is through. Jake is through for a fact. Yeah, like I said, Babylon the Great about to be that grill, and you wicked people out here about to be the chicken, the food. And Yahweh Shema Shah about to cook all you up together. the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 2, and it says, "For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah is upon all nations, and its fury upon all their armies. He had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter." Yeah, I brought this out earlier, but I'm going to bring out verse 3 too. I'm going to jump down. It says, "Their slain also shall be cast up, and the stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with blood." Con. Like it said in Numbers 35 and 33, it says, "The land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it." Con. So this place is about to be shedded in a lot of heathen blood, you know. It says the mountains shall be melted with their blood. That's talking about the heathens, you know, starting with Esau, Edom, you know. Yahweh Shema Shah is about to cook this place, and these heathens' blood is about to be the gravy, I should say, you know. It's about to be the ingredients. I'm going to jump down to verse 6, and it says, "The sword of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams." Khan, Yahweh Shema Shah, is going to be a lot of blood on his sword, you know. There's going to be a lot of bodies on that sword. A lot of wicked bodies going to be on that sword. A lot of wicked blood, you know. And it says, "For the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah had a sacrifice in Basra." It's about to be a sacrifice, basically. And it says, "In a great slaughter in the land of Idumea." Idumea is talking about Edom. So Yahweh Shema Shah is going to slaughter a lot of Edomites. You know, basically all you heathens gotta go. Y'all gonna come back in the kingdom. Y'all gonna be slaves. Y'all gonna be born into slavery. You know, the only ones that's gonna survive this is the elect of Israel, and you know the elite bankers. You know, because they're gonna be the first class that's going to slavery. You know, they're gonna be the first ones going to them shackles. You know, and them fetters of iron. But with that being said, Shalom. Call me Shalom. Ababa.